Coming up, a mysterious sighting in the Las Vegas sky baffles a vacationing Australian man.
What is that?
Las Vegas is known as the entertainment capital of the world, a place where people go to watch shows, win money, and release their inhibitions. But people aren't the only beings that Vegas seems to attract, and Peter Slattery thinks he has the proof.
What is that?
It's interesting when it comes to Las Vegas and Nevada in general. They do seem to have a lot of UFO sightings.
Which might be fitting, considering Vegas is only 130 miles from Area 51.
Far and away, that southwestern area of the country is just more sightings of not only UFOs, but unexplainable lights in the sky. Obviously, you know, with Roswell and Area 51, some of our most, storied UFO tales come from these places.
Perhaps it's sort of a collective of, you got big sky out there, you don't have a huge population, you got a lot of military testing going on, and you also have the collective unconscious that wants to see extraterrestrial life and wants to see UFO activity.
When you're out in an area like Vegas or any barren desert, there's a tendency to look to the sky. You can see more stars, you can imagine the possibilities, you wonder what is up there, who is up there, and you feel a connection that we're part of something greater, and who knows, they might be checking us out.
My name's Peter Maxwell Slattery, and the footage that you're being shown was filmed by myself.
It's beautiful.
I was on a trip to Las Vegas, and I was there with a friend at the time, and it was just a beautiful sunny day, and he had to go to a bank. As soon as we walked out of the bank, up there in the sky was this object.
It's just stuck there.
Look at it on the screen.
It's not moving at all.
It's morphing, man.
It's beautiful.
At first, it sort of came through sort of like a rainbow iridescent light, and it was doing just not normal things.
Look at this, man. Look at the screen.
Oh, it's moving a bit, huh?
The first thing that I went through was just trying to debunk it in my mind. What's the wind doing? Is it a plastic bag? Is it a balloon? Is it some debris that's got caught up in a wind draft or something like that? But this thing was just doing non-conventional things. It was morphing, it was changing shape. It was continuously going back and forth and changing direction as well.
When you first see this, it's kind of out of focus. It's hard to really figure out what it is. It could be a balloon of some kind. Then you get these really quick glimpses where it comes into focus and you see, well, that's not like some kind of balloon that I've ever seen before.
The thing kind of changed shape, but also it was kind of stationary. It wasn't really going anywhere. It was just there.
What it looked like to me was almost like a jellyfish minus the tentacles, just kind of like a floating body.
The really weird thing is that it seems to have something within it. The guy taking the video actually says, is that a person?
Oh, there's someone in there. What is that?
Doesn't necessarily look like a man, like a pilot or anything. To me, it looks like a weird embryo.
You sort of just get a little bit of anxiety, but it's because you're just trying to capture it. You sort of look at it first and go, oh, what's that? And then you want to get it on the camera to see, if you can get some more detail. But it's more excitement after that once you're able to sort of see it a bit more and, just in awe, I guess, with what it's doing.
Yo, it's getting closer. Wow, dude, wow, feel the presence of this being.
The gentlemen in this video seem to have a spiritual reaction to what they're seeing. They're genuinely surprised and interested in what this may be. That's something that actually falls in line with a lot of UFO reports over the years, where people claim to see something that moves them spiritually or changes their outlook on life altogether.
I just felt that day something was going to go on. I get an awareness. It's more like just a thought to look up, and that's what happens. A majority of the time, there's something there.
I know it sounds crazy, but this is not the only sighting that we've seen of this sort of flying jellyfish-like cell floating in the sky. We've had reports very similar to this and seen video even from Philadelphia, Oregon, It's not something I can explain.
But Peter believes he can.
It's come to my understanding that extraterrestrials would not even be probably 5% of what's going on. Some of these beings are coming from completely different realms where even planets are non-existent. These things are popping in and out from not just, other civilizations that we can see through the Hubble, but places that we're not even aware of yet on a multidimensional existence. And we have the same sort of thing with the paranormal aspect where we've got residual and intelligent hauntings. These things are sort of residing right next to us. So it's hard to sort of just pigeonhole it. There are extraterrestrial civilizations, but then these other beings, which are a majority, it's really a mixed bag. It's not just black and white with the answer. There's a lot of grey area with what's going on.